coming up in this episode.
And what would be funny?
I mean, being shat on a lot, I guess is... she came out on the floor like a seagull.
Yeah, seagull style, literally, as she pulled the baby out, hit the floor.
I think you're pretty perfect. Yes. Other than when you're gnawing on my nipples, such a red raw. Curling your cabbage leaves down the old bra. Actually, it's helping, I think.
There you go.
Nice.
Grandma was right.
Yeah, cabbage leaves. Savoy. Mum said must be Savoy. It's Savoy cabbage.
By the end of the episode.
My cabbage leaves might have worn off.
Oh no, the tissy cabbage leaves.
Yeah, they're going to be
Oh
worn
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. Go on, get them out. Let's see if the dog will eat your tissy cabbage leaf. That's it.
Licking it.
It's licking your boob sweat.
Oh, it's probably got milk on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're trying to avoid, him tasting the sweet breast milk. Which is actually rather sweet. So Tilly had just given birth, and one of the other midwives came in just to check how everything was. She was obviously a more senior midwife, and she had seen that everything had gone, you know, the baby had been delivered. And her words of wisdom were, from my children, the stitches afterwards were the most painful part. So setting her up nicely, because she's, you know, my wife now thinks that she's done it all. Next thing, she's told, oh, there's still to come. And so lovely Suzanne, the midwife, starts doing the stitching. Obviously Tilly's now wincing, she's being told to shush, because you're not allowed to wince while you're having your vagina literally pierced and pulled. And as she's doing this, the other midwife is there, and she notices that she's doing something a bit odd. And instead of just whispering in her ear, she goes, oh, I wouldn't have done it like that. Next thing we hear is, with those stitches there, you might seal the lips. Which is obviously what everyone wants to know just after they've had to push a baby out.
But to be fair, it might make some women happy, so might be like, no fuck is ever getting in here again.
Welcome to Blabbering, a week-by-week glimpse into a couple stumbling through life with a newborn.
I'm Tilly.
And I'm Dan.
Each week over dinner,
You'll learn Tilly is quite the feeder.
we'll discuss the realities of raising our baby, talking through the highs, lows and honest confessions of this thing called parenting.
Parenting won't be easy, but let's at least laugh about it. This is Blabbering.
Welcome to week one of Blabbering.
Yeah. This week we had a baby.
Yeah, one eventful week. This week marks the first week of having a baby. So we'll probably cover that in a bit longer in terms of the discussion. But I guess the world's changed, eh?
Yes.
Woo-wee! What a week. What a week. So last Saturday afternoon we brought the baby back, so it's been just over a week, so recording this on Sunday. So the next section is the highs, the lows and the funnies. What's your high?
My high, I mean, baby girl.
Yeah.
Baby girl's the high for sure. She's pretty darn cute. We're slightly biased, I think.
Yeah, we are slightly
But I
biased.
think you're pretty perfect. Yes. Other than when you're gnawing on my nipples, such a red raw. Curling your cabbage leaves down the old bra. Actually, it's helping, I think.
There you go.
Nice.
Grandma was right.
Yeah, cabbage leaves.
Grandma knows.
Savoy. Mum said must be Savoy. It's Savoy cabbage.
I think Grandma went for a different one, didn't she? Oh, contention between the matriarchs and the
We could
family
do a
on the
comparison.
correct count. Yeah, that can be a podcast episode.
Watch this space. Cabbage comparisons. Oh, what would be like? Probably getting my badge stitched up was pretty grim.
Yeah.
Yeah. While being told to hush by our midwife, who was amazing. She was lovely. But when someone's stitching up your badge and, you know, she wouldn't let me wince. I feel like you're allowed to wince as long as you've got a needle through your lips. While full commentary is going the whole time.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good low. And what would be funny?
I mean, being shat on a lot, I guess is...
The Poonami.
Well, I mean, she came out, didn't she?
Yeah.
Straight on the floor like a seagull.
Yeah, seagull style, literally, as she pulled the baby out, hit the floor. I was a bit worried because I didn't know that it was poo. I just saw a lot of brown liquid on the floor. But I noticed that they had noticed it and didn't seem to care. Sorry, we're currently eating fajitas at the same time. So I was just a bit like, okay, they've seen it, doesn't matter. And then later it transpired that yes, as they literally pulled the baby out and lifted, just pooed straight out.
I've called it baby girl quite a few times. She's not actually called baby, we don't say.
It's just our nickname because we don't want to divulge her actual name on here.
Yeah, so that was the first funny shit, and getting a nice streak up my belly, just to add to the glamour of birth. And then the other day, changing a nappy, shit up the old back and ass, quick throat cleaner, out it comes. A little gooey fountain, shit in my hand.
Had a proper poonami there, so Tilly goes to me, okay, can you just quickly have a look, see if she's done a poo? And I'm quickly peek into the nappy, and I just see like there's literally a pellet of poo on its way out. And I think, oh, okay, she hasn't done that big of poos. This is her first kind of load of poos post the, on when she's changing poo from the, what's it, meconium or micronium or something.
Tar.
Yeah, the tar poos, as she gets used to milk rather than whatever she gets fed in the womb. And I think, yeah, she's had a poo, so I take her out, we put her on the changing mat, I start changing her, and then she does this thing which is quite annoying. She'll wee while you're trying to change her from her poo. So you'll go to try and quickly clean up the wee, etc. So I picked her up so Tilly could try and clean her back, because she managed to wee all over her back. But at that time, she then started pooing, so Tilly had to just put her hand out. Yeah, just pooed, just kept pooing into your hand, and just kept going. You had to catch it, and we had to quickly rush over to the kitchen sink.
First little emergency wash.
Yeah, yeah.
Did not like it, did you, Ruby? No. Brownie paws. Need to go check my brownies.
Okay, so then I guess my highs, lows, and funnies. So my high, definitely getting a baby, having a baby.
Mm-hmm.
And quite a smooth pregnancy, other than some items which we'll discuss. My lows is definitely sort of my late night drives. Those are my lows.
Did you get some McDonald's hash browns there?
Oh, I've got quite a few McDonald's. Found one that's open 24 hours in the nearby area. It's like my nightly ritual if I'm going to do them. So effectively what we do is both take half of the night now that Tilly's able to have letdown milk. So it means that I can sort of try and comfort the baby for 4 to 6 hours and can get a feed in. So what will happen is Tilly will feed the baby, then go to sleep, and I'll then take the baby and take a load of milk and try and comfort her downstairs while Tilly sleeps. But sometimes the baby just won't be comforted, and then I kind of have to get in the car and drive to lull them into sleep.
Hopefully that rocker will help now.
Yeah, so we've now got a rocker. We're hoping that'll substitute it, but it's been a bit of a on and off currently.
It's a bit mental, that rocker.
Yeah, it's either almost nothing or
Like a joyride.
yeah,
Joyride,
a fair joyride. A baby just joyriding around, just stealing cars,
What am I trying to say?
boosting cars. Fairground ride, baby.
Maybe. Actually, that's the bit. Yeah, I think we should probably put a warning in. Anyone doesn't like the sound of people chewing. Probably don't listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
There'll be lots of masticating.
This has a bit of mukbang in it as well.
Yeah.
That then brings me on nicely to my funny, I guess. So night one of trying this, I loaded her into the car, started driving around, and I just thought to myself, it's a bit stupid driving the speed limit and ending up going very far in the 4 hours that I've got to drive around. Let's drive quite slowly. There's no one on the roads at 3 in the morning. And that way I won't get as much distance, decrease petrol usage, decrease mileage on the car, etc, etc. So I'm generally driving sort of at somewhere between 15 and 25 miles per hour, because there's no one around, everybody can overtake me. And then I'm doing the A road between Reading and Wokingham, and it's 40 mile per hour, and I decide to go 20. Few people come along, the one taxi comes along and I indicate, pull into the cycle lane, keep driving at 20, he gets the message, overtakes me and continues, very wide road. Another car comes behind me, still going 20 on a 40, I indicate, start pulling into the cycle lane, and the car stays there. I don't know what's going on, so I continue as I'm going, and unbeknownst to me, it turns out it's a police car and the lights start flashing. So I didn't realise this at this point. I keep driving. They think I'm mugging them off because I'm pretending to pull in, but I'm not pulling in. So they then drive up to me, drive alongside me and start shouting at me through the window, looking at me like, what the fuck are you doing? And so I eventually get the message there and I pull in, they pull in front of me. Police officer, very exacerbated, thinking obviously that I'm some sort of drunk driver or something, goes and asks me, what am I up to? And I just sort of say, I'm just driving my baby around trying to help him sleep. And then he sort of goes, oh, okay, I know that's a parenting technique, but maybe don't do it on busy roads. There have been 3 cars on that whole road. For my 2 hours of driving, I saw about 10 cars.
I'm surprised you didn't get a belligerent on his house.
Oh, it was close. It was close. But I definitely gave him a quizzical look of, what? But anyway, and so I've still been driving around, not doing the speed limit, because it's not illegal to go too slow. And so yeah, that's my low, being pulled over on night 1 for a somewhat speeding offence with my baby in the back. Well, my funny actually, that was the low is just the general driving. Endless driving.
I think also a funny bit was, for us, start of labour, waters break. I'm standing there, naked from the waist down, standing over a towel that was just,
Dripping liquid.
just dripping liquid, and you get bottoms up with me.
Yeah, so I was planning on having a shower before we went. Didn't realise. Well, I was planning on having a shower that day. I hadn't had one so far, and suddenly she decided she'd gone into labour. And I knew that we were going to be in the hospital for a few days, so I was like, fuck, I haven't showered, now I'm just going to be real smelly. And so while she called the hospital, I thought, oh, I'll start getting undressed ready to go to the shower, and then just decided I'd mimic the level of undress that she was. So I too was just there, Winnie the Poohing it, in my t-shirt, and
But you weren't you weren't dripping liquid.
No,
Didn't take that far.
no, I didn't just piss on the floor.
I was wondering for a while whether I was just pissing myself or was breaking.
The joys of pregnancy,
I was
eh?
like, have I just lost my pelvic floor completely? But no, Munchkin was on the way. Pushing her way down the pipes. Hi my lovelies, thank you for listening. Can you please like, review and subscribe to our podcast?
I guess that brings us nicely on to our discussion, the labour.
Yeah. We're pretty lucky really. I mean, it didn't really go 100% how we planned it.
No, you wanted full wavy hippie.
I don't want a full wavy hippie. I wanted like water birth.
The only thing we didn't have is the doula.
Ah, you're my doula, innit?
Your gym buddy doula.
Dad's technique when I went into pushing was just to shout whatever the midwife said, but just repeat it at me really loud.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to get out my final rep.
Yeah. Still your mum set. Push.
To be fair, it worked.
Yeah, we got that. We got that.
Yeah, we did get them. Out she squeezed. I say popped. Popped is definitely the right word. Oh.
But I guess rewinding. So you've got a strep B, and therefore don't know really what that means to the rest of your life. It seems to be nothing other than a birth, which means that there's a bacteria, some sort of potential ailment that can be passed to the baby, and therefore they'd like to get you in straight away, whereas most women will go through the initial phase of labour, which can be between 12 to 24 hours. They'll do that bit at home, and then once they're 4 to 7 centimetres dilated, I think, go into hospital. If you've got strep B, you're meant to go in straight away once you've got contractions.
No contractions, it's just water just broken it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But they have to do an assessment.
And then it was a very busy day on the maternity
It
ward.
was so hot in that maternity ward. And so busy. Pregos everywhere.
And it's a bit of an annoying one because the day assessment unit isn't just people who are popping, it's people who are getting all the tests done and everything like that. So you can see the people who are popping.
You can say we look like zombies.
Yeah, so they all... If you've ever seen something like I Am Legend, you'll know that the zombies sort of all have their heads hung, staring at walls, breathing very loudly. And that's
Everyone knows that's a zombie.
Everyone knows that's what a zombie is. And that's literally what women are like when they're giving birth, when they're in their early stages. Facing walls because you don't want to look at anybody, swaying because you're trying to help the baby move along, breathing incredibly deeply because you're trying to get through it. So we all just look like round zombies. Round zombies.
Yeah. We were there for a little while ago. Got assessed. Checked the old dilation. I did not realize how invasive that was. I thought it was just slip a couple of digits up there, you know, like a disco finger. Put, I don't know, see how many fingers you can fit. No, it's that whole hand up there, isn't it? Right to the cervix.
I mean, I didn't go down that end for that one. I just
I don't know. I
ate my
didn't look, but
pistachios.
it felt like she had a royal forearm up my fucking veg.
I mean, I imagine she had to. She had to try and find the cervix.
And I got pointed far back, so it makes sense to my mother.
And that midwife didn't look like she had long fingers.
No, she was a petite woman, wasn't she? Little hands. Rummaging around. They would just feel like they're rummaging inside you. You feel like the fingers were like up inside your veg.
She probably was.
So anyway, it was only a couple of centimetres dilated, so then they went, we're going to do a stretch and sweep, which sounds like nothing. Feels horrible. They're pulling down your cervix and rubbing a bit of gel on it to soften it.
Yes, because you had was it an unfavourable cervix, as the doctor said, or were you on
No,
the favourable side?
It wasn't, they said it wasn't unfavourable.
But you weren't favourable?
It wasn't soft yet.
Okay. Okay, so it was either soft or unfavourable.
No, it wasn't soft.
And Tilly wasn't soft or unfavourable, so Tilly was somewhere between the two terms that the doctor used.
No. So a little bit of cheeky gel. And then told us we wait for 6 hours, which seemed like a joke of a long time.
So by this point it was 6 o'clock, roughly, in the afternoon.
And then they come back and check me in 6 hours. And said my contractions will probably come on, but they might not come on. I might just feel like I'm getting contractions because of the gel. It might just be tricking me. And then the contractions did start coming, and I was like, this better fucking not be a joke. It better be the real deal, it better be getting me closer to baby. I'll be pissed off if it comes 6 hours later and I'm not even any more dilated. Basically, they wanted me to be 4 centimetres and I could go into my like nice little birthing pool and do the birth that I wanted. So 6 hours, contractions come in, they're a delight, really really nice. Tried some paracetamol, Codemol. Projectile vomited that up 10 minutes later.
Full bucket. Was just rotating them around as quickly as possible, like some sort of weird factory conveyor belt.
Yeah. So that didn't do anything. And then just spent the whole time on an exercise ball basically, but kind of falling asleep in between contractions.
Yeah, that was a bit worrying. So you'd go into this really intense breathing state, and then as soon as it would finish, you'd be so exhausted you'd start nodding off. But you're obviously on an exercise ball, so you'd start falling and then wake up. So I'd come over to try and hold you so you could fall asleep. But as soon as I'd come over, you'd start contractions again, and you'd push me away. Yeah. So you'd keep kind of pushing me away, push, go through the contraction, then almost instantly fall asleep, and then you fall off the ball.
Treat me, keep him keen. Kate come back from all that, didn't it? Every time.
Yep. Didn't want to see my wife splat with my unborn child.
Yeah. When you spent 6 hours nervous eating.
Oh yeah. Ate about 2,000 calories worth of pistachios. If there's any blokes there, this is definitely one to remember. Firstly, you need to pack the baby bag, because it'll be you that uses the hospital bag, so you need to know where everything is. Secondly, pack at least 24 hours worth of food. I would recommend 48 hours.
You went for 3 days.
I went for 3 days, and I don't think it would have made me 3 days. But anyway, pistachios are a good one, because they're both very salty, which is nice. They're very substantial in terms of nutrients, but also they keep your hands busy. So if you're nervous, you got shit to do.
I know, I was sitting in the toilet, all you hear is your mum cracking open pistachios.
Smashing pistache.
Just crack, crack, crack.
Smash the pistache, yep.
Up to 6 hours later, got moved to our 3rd room of the night. On our 4th midwife at this point. So I was going to go for a while, they were out to check me out for my cervix, my dilation, having a little wee on the toilet. Fat bubble coming. Well, I'm pretty sure fat bubble coming, that's what I thought I felt.
Well, I was in the toilet with her, because we were now onto the 3rd room, and everything was a bit, we thought with systems go, and so they were trying to set up the room while Tilly needed a wee, and they said, oh, so somebody should be in with her. So I was in the room with you. How much do you remember?
I remember feeling like something coming.
So you were having your wee, and then you just stared at me really aggressively, and just started grunting and pushing motions with your arms. So I've been told off for being in the toilet before while Tilly's in there, so I just assumed that she wanted to do a massive shit so that you could do your shit in peace.
I would have liked to have done a shit.
And so I started trying to leave the room, and then he just screamed, "Baby's coming!" So I then opened the door and announced to the team of midwives who were just quickly setting up the remainder of the room, putting down the paper towels and all that good jazz. And they were a bit sceptical. They're like, "Okay, once she's out, we'll check her dilation."
Well, I don't. They believe me.
Didn't believe you, no. And so you got out, and then you lay on the bed, and the lady did her fisting to check the amount of the observation.
Got another quick fist.
Yeah, I've got another quick fist. And the full 10 centimetres dilated.
That's what I thought when you can get.
Yeah. So that harpooned the birthing pool plans, because the aim was that we'd get to 4 centimetres, move to the birthing area, and then if all was good, like that observation of the 4 centimetres, move to the pool. When they came to check if you were 4 centimetres, you were the full 10.
But yeah, I didn't really give birth on my back. Gave birth on my back. Didn't tear though.
No, didn't. Grazed.
Yeah, you grazed mama's vag. So to get some stitches, which was, as I said earlier, delightful. As they just talked through the whole thing, didn't they?
That they did.
Yeah.
1 second, I'm just going to get a wrap out. There we go, good to go. Okay, got my wrap. Yeah, they commentated as they did your vagina, as they stitched it up.
Yeah.
Do you remember the commentary?
All of them did something wrong, and then they sort of corrected so they were getting more stitches than I wanted to.
Yes, your favourite midwife who scolded you for
I did like Suzanne. Suzanne was lovely.
She was great. She was great indeed, but she wasn't having any of your...
Wincing.
Yeah, she wasn't having any of your "I'm in pain." I've
Remember
just
the
had a
vagina
head to
stitched
my
up?
vagina.
It's quite painful. Stings a little bit. But she wouldn't have none of that. Hush.
No. So, Tilly had just given birth. She had our lovely moonbeam, the nickname of our child, on her chest, and one of the other midwives, one of our second of three, came in. Second of four. Was it the second of four or third of four?
Third of four.
Third of four. Came in just to check how everything was. She was obviously a more senior midwife. And she had seen that everything had gone, the baby had been delivered. Did you notice that she smelt the smoke?
No.
Okay, I was worried about that, because you're very sensitive about the smell of smoke. She'd obviously just gone and had a smoke break, and then come back, and I was like, she ain't gonna be happy. She ain't gonna be happy. Okay, good, you hadn't noticed. And so her words of wisdom were, from my children, the stitches afterwards were the most painful part. So setting her up nicely, because she's, my wife now thinks that she's done it all. Next thing, she's told, it's still to come. And so lovely Suzanne, the midwife, starts doing the stitching. Obviously Tilly's now wincing, she's being told to shush, because you're not allowed to wince while you're having your vagina literally pierced and pulled. And as she's doing this, the other midwife is there, and she notices that she's doing something a bit odd, and instead of just whispering in her ear to explain sort of, by the way, you could have done it this way or whatever, she goes, I wouldn't have done it like that. And so we're all like, okay. Let's just commentate on the situation. Next thing we hear is, with those stitches there, you might seal the lips. Which is obviously what every woman wants to know just after they've had to push a baby out.
Is the vagina sealed together?
Yeah, it's going to be sewn shut.
Although to be fair, it might make some women happy, because it might be like, no fuckers ever getting in here again.
Yep, might do.
But you wouldn't when you're at your pee hole.
No. So, then the next words were, now you're going to have to do a few more extra stitches. So when you've just been told this is more painful than childbirth itself, and then you think you might have your vagina stitched closed, being told that you need even more stitches isn't great.
It's definitely not worse than childbirth though.
You didn't have a tear though.
That's true.
I guess it might have been worse if you'd teared. You'd only grazed, as they said.
Yeah.
Don't know how you grazed it. There was no abrasion.
Friction.
Maybe.
Thankfully I listened to Suzanne, so I didn't tear. She said not to push, I didn't push. That was way hard. Not push was way harder than push it.
So in those final moments when we were at the 10 centimetre dilation, Suzanne was down the business end, being brilliant, giving very clear instructions. However, Tilly being at the top end, breathing very heavily, didn't necessarily hear them all. So my gym bro birthing partner tactics was to just shout them in Tilly's Tilly's face.
Multiple faces.
You have multiple faces of birth into Tilly's face as she was trying to do them. While your mum was fainting on the other side.
Poor mum. I was very confused.
Yeah, I didn't realise she was fainting. I thought she was just taking the piss for a moment. I was like,
I
how's that
let
helpful?
go of my hand and then said she was going to faint. I was like, what? Faint, mum? I need your hand.
So every time Suzanne would then go push, it would immediately be followed by me going, push, 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 go on, you got this, go on, push, push. And then Suzanne would go breathe and I'd go, and inhale, deep, 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 get ready. Suzanne would then go push, and push, come on, push, you got this, come on. So that was basically our tactic.
Did the job.
Yeah. You weren't a fan of the gas and air though, were you?
Just fuck all. It makes you a bit out of it. Didn't do nothing for the pain. Well, I didn't do anything for the pushing. I didn't use it for the pushing. I used it for a bit beforehand. There's a period where I was on the bed, just for the baby count. Contractions obviously were like proper hardcore by that point. I was like, okay, let's give this gas and air a go. It wasn't working. I was probably trying to like proper breathe it in, and I was just like, what is this doing? It's this shit all. It's making my throat really dry. Makes me need something. I need a drink. Makes me feel a little bit dizzy, and help does nothing for the pain. This is awful pain relief. Fuck this. Is what I thought.
Well, I think for many women, it's quite helpful because it forces them to breathe deep. If you were already going to, because some people would obviously have panicked breathing,
Yeah.
but you were already aware enough to be breathing deep anyway.
Yeah.
And so that's quite helpful as it is. Then I don't really think it's pure pain relief. I think it's kind of pain distraction.
Yeah.
But it can only distract you a certain amount.
Right.
And so if there's enough pain, it's probably quite...
Yeah, I think next time I won't bother.
But I'm no doctor. I'm just somebody who's had gas and air to stitch up big gapes in my hand.
Yeah, I won't bother next time.
No, I'm just going to Rambo it.
Well, I didn't use it for much of the anyway, did I?
If you're going to roll the dice on the paracetamol codeine again,
No, I think.
I'll make sure we have the buckets at the ready beforehand.
I think I'll just do as I did this time and not just do it natural. Done it now? No, I can.
Fucking bruise.
What's in the car?
Just do it again. I'm ready.
Epidural freaks me out. Not for that. If I had to for whatever reason, fine, but I do not want a needle in my spine. I'd much rather take the pain. Yeah, that was the old labour. Then we'd stay in for another day because of Streppy B.
Day and a half to 2 really, wasn't it?
Well, a day and a half, yeah. She was born at
2 in the morning on Friday.
Uh-huh.
Not released till basically 3:30 on Saturday.
Yeah.
So yeah, day and a half. But while that seems quite frustrating, because you just want to get home and you've done all this and you want to get clean and you want to have proper sleep. Well, you're not going to get proper sleep, but you want to be in your own bed. There is the silver lining that you do have midwives around, so they can help you with all your queries. You can constantly press that midwife button no matter what time of day, which is quite handy in those sort of first 48 hours because obviously you're freaking out about everything. This is all new. And you're like, is my baby breathing? How do I tell if my baby's breathing? Is my baby feeding? Why does feeding hurt? Why, all these sorts of things. You just press a button. Admittedly, they don't come straight away. You've got to wait 20 minutes. So if your baby has stopped breathing, you might be in a bit of trouble.
I think there was probably a panic button. We could have
Like
just screamed real loud.
Yeah. And so that's quite handy, wasn't it? Because there's a lot of good feeding techniques and basically getting one-on-one sessions with, I think by the end you must have had 3 or 4 midwives give you a...
Little latching.
Yeah.
Help you.
Hello, Fatty. Our dog's just approached the table as we're still eating our food.
You're not getting any fajitas, brother.
No fajitas for you, Fatty.
No. You already had crisps tonight.
So, frustratingly, I bought 2 packets of crisps that I really wanted, and somehow a rat managed to break into, some form of rodent broke into our food cupboard.
Ate my sunflower seeds as well, Bubs.
And your sunflower seeds. So went for sunflower seeds and chocolate bars
Milky
and
Ways.
crisps. Now the annoying thing about the crisps, I've got beef with rodents about this one, is obviously they can't see what they're getting at, but they don't realise that things will be the same. So opened one packet of crisps, had a taste of them and went, "Do you know what, fuck it, I don't like this." Went up to the next packet of crisps, which was the exact same flavour, opened them and went, "Actually, I don't like this either." So now I've got 2 packets of crisps that technically I shouldn't
And
eat.
you were excited about them, weren't you?
I was. New Tesco sriracha flavour, honey
Honey
sriracha. Tesco finest.
I know. Not even like
Rats don't fucking like them though, do they?
No,
Well, rodents.
Fatty did.
Yep, so the dog then got the potentially rat infested half. I decided to eat the other half because I looked
I
at
don't
which.
think you should have eaten it.
Alright, when on the first packet you were like, yeah, go on.
You were then
Crack
check
through.
your mind, didn't I? Didn't actually let you eat it.
After I researched it,
Yeah.
you changed your mind.
Yeah.
So I did some research because I thought it was fine. I've got 2 packets. I'll wait. I did some research and I was like, okay, fuck it. I should probably waste one because there are risks of all sorts of horrendous shit. And that was acceptable when there was 1 out of 2 packets were gone. I was like, fine, bin it. Still got a packet. Then today went to check the second packet because I wanted to eat it in front of the telly. And transpired it also got to the second packet. So on that one I was like, no, not taking the loss on this one, ratty. So just gave the dog the half that had been rat attacked and ate the half that was on the other side of the packet.
Let's just see how it plays out.
Yeah, let's see how it plays out.
Maybe become like Ratman.
Ratman!
Not the coolest thing, is it though? Ratman. Might just squeeze really small spaces.
One of the other. I mean, they can survive quite. Pretty resilient creatures. Pretty ferocious bite. And everybody knows mass population. So if we are approaching the.
You want to get more babies?
Well, I'm just saying, if we are approaching population collapse, Ratman,
Yeah.
I've got everyone
Does
covered.
that mean I've got to share you?
If we approach population collapse and I have the ability to breed like a rat, maybe. But I think it's more the fact that the females are able to produce lots of babies in rapid succession. I don't think it's
Does that mean
much
if you
to do with the bloke.
impregnated me again, I'd have like 1 million babies inside me?
Yeah. I don't think 1 million.
Not 1 million.
18? 1 letter?
Can you imagine just like lots of
Imagine the stitching there.
Imagine the belly. You saw the bellies with those triplets.
Yeah, so if you want to see something freaky, Google images, just
When I
large
say
triplets
freaky,
bellies.
That's not fair on the babies, but it does make it go.
Okay, it's not, well, I mean, unusual to the eyes.
Yeah.
Gasp worthy. I mean, I don't think freaky's too, I'm not like horrendous. I've not said that. I've just said kind of freaky. It's not normal, as it were. I mean, very few people have more than 1 baby. Having 2 makes a large lump. Having 3 makes an outrageously large lump. Looks like she's got a Lego head stuck on her
It's
body.
really sore. It's that purple. Yeah. You don't want more babies than you've got tits or arms. Generally, it's
Combined or individually.
Individually. You've got 2
So you'd have
arms.
been fine with, because otherwise I was going to say you'd be fine with 4. 2 tits, 2 arms, but...
No, 2. I would only want twins, to be honest. You wanted twins, you wanted 1 and done.
Yeah. What I find is quite odd as well, so outside the maternity suite, there was a big board on breastfeeding, and I was reading all the different items.
Yeah.
And when women have twins, they'll often breastfeed them off different boobs and keep the different boob for each one.
What, so you'd be like, Bob's on one, Pete's on the other?
Yes, but the body obviously does demand and supply thing where it works out, okay, this is how much Pete suckles, I'm going to produce this much
so
milk.
what if you have like 1 massive tit and 1 small tit?
Exactly. And they did find that. They say that sometimes you'll end up with different sized boobs because your 2 children might breastfeed at different... So that could be an interesting one.
Oh my god, she's like this.
So our baby pulls some interesting faces.
She got some great expressions.
Yeah. She likes to pull some very dramatic looking expressions. Looking quite pale today. Bit ghostly next to your black jumper.
Don't say that.
I mean, she's fine. She just looks She looks ghostly next to you.
Well, she might just be me.
Next to you,
She-
an absolute tanned goddess.
She might just be my daughter. Well, she is my daughter, not my.
She might be. She might be my daughter.
Maybe.
I birthed her, but I'm not sure. Somebody might have slipped in an egg.
Because I am pasty.
Yeah, very, very
As the guy who
pasty.
filmed me the other day said it wasn't allowed to stand in front of the white wall because he couldn't differentiate between me and the white wall. And then he had also got annoyed with me for wearing a white shirt because he couldn't differentiate between the white shirt and my skin. He had to change his lens and stuff. He's like, I'm not used to shooting people with this pale. And I was like, alright. Which I like some absolute kind of freak. He's like, it's only really picking up your eyes and mouth. I was like, what?
Some people get to wear those green suits, green morph suits. You just stand in front of a white sheet and you disappear.
I'm in a big film in front of a white wall right now. Maybe it's all they can see. You've got a sexy pudding tonight.
Oh yeah.
Salted caramel, nutty brownies with custard, don't you worry.
That's pretty damn good. So I guess that brings us nicely to the final segment of the podcast, which is I'm a caring parent but. So who's going first?
Go first, because I didn't think about this.
Okay. I'm a caring parent but I can ignore the cries if I know I've checked all the
I
minimum
can't.
requirements. I honestly sometimes when it's like 3 a.m, I've checked the nappy, I've tried giving her food and she doesn't want food. I've like done the little sort of jumpies,
Shaking.
not the shaking, but the coercion, the physical coercion to try and get her to sleep, and she's not having it. And so I'll just try and put her somewhere and just kind of light rocking, and I'll just play Pokemon because I'm like I can't do it anymore. What else am I going to do? Like you say, you shouldn't really shake a baby.
No, you
So-
don't shake a baby.
So I'm just doing this sort of light rocking. She's not really having it. There's no point me just staring at her in anguish and getting all worked up. Might as well just, give her the little rock while I play on my phone. I play on my phone because I'm obsessed with Pokemon trading card game.
You are.
Little addict.
You are a little addict. That was banned from Labour.
But when you nodded off in the maternity suite, got a few games in.
Yeah, that's fair. I would have made my oxytocin plummet. I've noticed you on your little card game.
But saying that, this whole cry thing sets us up quite well for self-soothing, because you basically got to have babies cry through the night. Well, not cry through the night, but cry and then relax when they're sleeping. So instead of you going in, picking them up, soothing them and
We
everything.
still research into that, don't we?
Yeah, we need to
Not
work
that that's
out
quite
that.
old school.
Yeah, but from what I've read at a high level, lots of them have some element of self-soothing still.
Yeah, there is an element of it, but it's
Not just leave your child.
not like what Grandad was speaking about earlier.
No, just leave them in a separate room and don't open the door, don't look in there. Just hope that there's not actually a danger in there.
Yeah, that sounded like pretty brutal.
So when self-soothing comes along, I'll be alright at it, because I'll be able to open the door, go there, no danger, come back out, play Pokemon.
I won't.
You'll be at your mum's.
Oh, yeah. Let me see. I don't know what my carrying butt is. I'm still in that nice, first phase of parenting where I'm just like, I don't care if you make me miserable, I love it. You don't make me miserable at all. You make my nipples miserable. My nipples are incredibly sore. My nipples are chewed to pieces. I don't know if they're ever going to go back to what they were before.
Tell us.
What do your lips look like afterwards? I'm fully prepared for the saggy boobs. That's fine.
But the nips, what happens to them?
Yeah, I'm curious.
Do they go sausagey?
Sausage.
Hot dog nips.
Maybe. I mean, before I had really pale nipples as well. But I go back to being pale. My busy nips, as Chloe calls them.
I call them your doorbell nips.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a caring parent, but I wish she was
I'm
a
not
gentle sucker. Come at me again next week and it might be a different story. I don't think I'm not very emotive for this. I'm not emotive. I'm not very animated.
You could just say, I'm a caring parent, but it fucks me off when she doesn't sleep.
I mean, that's obvious though, isn't it? Because it fucks everyone off. She does sleep though.
Yeah.
Sometimes she feeds for a million hours because she has
Okay.
cluster feeds and she goes, I'm done. Joke, not really. Back I come. Nom, nom, nom,
That's
nom.
when I sleep, because I can't do fuck all. So last night there was how many hours of feeding?
4.5.
4.5 hours. So what was it, from 10 till 2?
10 to half 2, yeah.
I was asleep in.
Yeah. Yeah, she was like, feed me. I was like, sure. She's like, I'm done. I was like, okay. No, I'm not. Okay. No, I'm done. Okay. No, I'm not. Okay. For hours. And hours and hours. And sometimes you'd have like a 20 minutes sleep maybe. And she'd be like, you thought we were done. She does it, or she just starts eating her hand.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Just
Something
starts. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well, that's what you want, is it? You want titty. Maybe we should try dummies.
I was thinking this a few times, but
Dummies.
is there a minimum age that you start the dummy?
No, I don't think so. Oh, we could do research though. Dummies are good. I think just having dummies for nighttime sleep, and then once they
And when mummy's out.
no, and then once they get to like a certain age, like they stop napping, so you stop having it. Like it comes to a point where you go, that's your calf. I've got to say one surprising positive
Oh.
is the comfort of maternity/incontinence pants. They're lovely. They're really nice and soft. Not the crappy ones we bought the first time, the Tesco rubbish ones.
The high grade. Where
The
from?
little.
The little high grade ones.
Little incontinence pants, large, extra absorbent.
So you're not gonna tighten up your thingy afterwards?
The pelvic floor.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
no,
not gonna bother tying it up so
I'm
that
gonna
you can
do
just accept
all
pissing yourself
the
and where they're
Kegels.
comfortable.
I don't enjoy, as I sit down the toilet, it starts to dribble out.
There have been times when you've gone, I need a wee. I'm like, okay, let me just finish this. And you're like, no, Dan, what I mean by that now is I am starting to wee. And you'll just have to run off because it's just dribbling.
Yeah.
I'm used to having, sometimes like an hour when you go, I need a wee. I'm like, okay, I can finish off the dishwasher and then I'll stag on the baby. No, you now say that. And I'm like, okay, give me 10 seconds. You're like, no, I am weeing dribbles right now.
Yeah. It's a delight. But we'll tie it up.
Whereas I just wake up with weird nightmares that I've lost the baby.
Yeah, we'll give you sass.
Always give them sass in my
Love
sleep.
giving me midnight sass.
And I do.
You say speaking and I ask you what did you say and you go, oh, never mind. Don't worry. And I'm like, alright.
Yeah.
Dramatic little sleeper.
And I don't remember any of this.
We'll go, oh, that's an awful name.
So that's another point that we've got this week. We actually named the baby.
Long old time.
Yeah.
8th day.
8th day, named the baby.
Yeah.
Still haven't registered, so
Or 6 weeks.
we can still change it if we want.
Could do. I'm pretty happy with it.
I am, yeah. But, there's other names out there, like...
There's Brian, as Pop said. We could just pronounce it Brian,
Yeah.
but we're not going to.
And what was that? Agapus, no,
Aegon?
what was that one that basically meant argumentative?
Oh, I don't know. You're the one that found that.
I can't remember, it's an old Greek name. It's like Agatha basically, but a Greek version. Whack that in there, another middle name.
I think my cabbage leaves might have worn off.
Oh no, the tissy cabbage leaves.
Yeah, they're going to be
Oh
worn
yeah.
now.
Oh yeah. Go on, get them out, I'll eat them. Let's see if the dog will eat them.
Yeah.
Eat your tissy cabbage leaves. You are on camera, by the way.
I'm not going to whack a back out.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure it is.
I'm sure if we get one out. I'm not whacking it back out. Oh. Why do you have cabbagey boobs now? Let's see if Sid Fatty wants it. There you go.
No noises.
He's sniffing. Is he eating it?
I don't know, I can't see. You're the one who's next to him.
He's licking it.
He's licking your boob sweat.
Oh, it's probably got milk on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you're trying to avoid, him tasting the sweet breast milk. Which is actually rather sweet. On that note, let's talk about next week then.
I'm pretty pooped now, yeah.
Next week, just be more of the same.
Or I was saying, maybe more tired. Maybe hopefully not, but maybe.
Oh, probably more tired, yeah.
You sort your back out, your old man.
Yeah, so I'm done with all this bending malarkey.
Hopefully my vag will be more healed. Stitches would have maybe dissolved or start to dissolve.
And hopefully we'll have worked on better ways to have her settle and sleep.
That would be lovely, but I think we've probably been very naive and it's probably going to take a long time.
I didn't say solve it, I said worked on better. So just minor improvement would be good. Yeah, so that's us. Cheerio.
Laters.
Hey everyone. So, it's 5:15. I've been up since 2:30. And I thought to myself, oh, I haven't asked these lovely listeners to review the podcast. So, thank you for all listening. Thank you for your time. And if you've liked it, please leave us a review. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't. We'll read it. We might pay attention, but we'll read it. Oh no, she's kicking off. Uh-oh, I better go see to her.